from the Mercy One studio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio and Making It Personal is provided by Sarah Vocations Ministry. Learn more at joinserra.org.
Making It Personal with Bishop William Joensen on Iowa Catholic Radio and iowacatholicradio.com.
Welcome to Making It Personal with Bishop Joensen. I'm Kelly Mesher-Collins with the Diocese of Des Moines, and we are live from the Iowa State Fair. Our guest today is Makenna Perkins of St. Brendan Parish in Leon. Makenna is a competitive horse barrel racer, and in fact, she has a competition this weekend. We also have with us her mother, Raven. But before we get to today's interview, let's find out what's on Bishop's mind.
Looking forward to this interview, a little Iowa culture here, and I'm going to learn a lot because I'm in new territory for myself. But back at the fair, and Ann and Bill Riley stage is a little quiet right now. We'll see if things heat up a little bit too, but it will heat up today, a sultry day, and so memo to the office, I'm not coming back in this afternoon, so it'll be fun in that way. But for many looking back to go to school, kind of the last days to enjoy a holiday and vacation and everything, but so we pray safe travels for everyone on the road as well. I was up last weekend. The Feast of the Assumption was a great weekend with the good folks in Granger, Assumption Parish, their patronal feast day. Ken Welch cooked up a great meal with his pork chops, his special recipe and that, but so grateful to Father Dominic Asim and the people of the Assumption, had a great time with them. And then God smiled on us at St. Patrick Irish Settlement as we celebrated the consecration to St. Joseph. Just like the Field of Dreams, that were so beautiful weather, the 80s, the temperature looking out over the idyllic Iowa countryside. So God graced us in many beautiful ways as well. We're grateful for all of the blessings God showers on us. We're conscious of people around the world who are not so blessed right now. The people of Haiti who suffer the wake of that devastating earthquake on the heels of the political instability and the slaying of their presidents. So we see the images and our hearts go out to them, these people of faith who truly are God's poor ones. We can reach out to them in solidarity, and so in the Diocese of Des Moines, we'll be having an opportunity to support them with a second collection in the weekend of August 28th and 29th, handling that through Catholic Relief Services, and hopefully letting these people know that they have not been abandoned by God or by brothers and sisters in the faith as well. And then, of course, the chaos that's erupted in Afghanistan, the fall of Kabul, all that supporting that state, that government for so many years. But it really kind of maybe bears out some of the wisdom of ancient philosophers such as Aristotle, that we can't impose democracy on people. People have to be ready and receptive and a place in their lives where they can receive that too. Also, I was, as we anticipate the start of school year this week, I was with two different groups of the school, parochial school administrators and staff, especially the teachers. We gathered at St. Francis of Assisi on Monday, thanks to Father Ray McKendry and his staff, who hosted many, many educators, including those from St. Malachi and Creston and St. Patrick and Perry. And we celebrated the Mass together. And then kind of reflecting on something that's very much conscious in our culture right now, the issues surrounding gender identity and how we as a Catholic community want to recognize the dignity of all persons. We don't want to be discriminating in any way, but at the same time we want to be true to Christ and the revelation of the human person, what God has established when he created us male and female. And so it's going to be a nuanced, balanced line that we walk, but our policies that we would honor how God allows people to come into the world, biological male and female, even though some of the struggles and the discomfort that people feel. We want to surround and accompany them, but at the same time, the pronouns that we use, the sports teams, the facilities that we offer to them, we hope we can embrace that, as we want to be prophetic ever more in our culture and upholding this sense of what is the human person as God understands us to be and reveals us to ourselves. Similar message yesterday at St. Albert Catholic School and the Shelby County Catholic School community over in Council of Bluffs. Had a good morning with them. Thanks to Ann Rollings, Hospitality, the president, and Anderson of Shelby County Catholic, and all their staff and faculty too. So a lot of expectation. The enrollment in our Catholic parochial schools is going up, but obviously our public school families as well. Lots happening right now. So we're at a good place, and the way in which I think that transition next week we'll be blessing the Emmaus House as they move out to their location on 70th Street in Urbandale. So this is a kind of a generational move for them. Kind of it's home in Sherman Heights now to be at the demographic center of the diocese.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we return, we'll welcome Makenna Perkins of St. Brendan Parish in Leon. You're listening to Making It Personal with Bishop Joensen, live from the Iowa State Fair.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio and Catholic Women Now provided in part by Marr Security. providing security solutions for homes and businesses since 1953. Marr Security is a Catholic-owned family business supplying security systems, access control systems, video surveillance, fire alarm systems, and video doorbells. All alarm systems are monitored out of their monitoring center located in the state of Iowa. Marr Security, 515-244-5660, permarsecurity.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio and Dowling Catholic Sports is provided in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic. With 2 licensed optometrists, Barbara Sheets, a Dowling graduate, and Dr. Craig Harper, the Ashworth Vision Clinic team provides complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and pre- and post-operative care. Ashworth Vision Clinic is located at 60th and Ashworth in West Des Moines. 515-440-4610 or online, ashworthvision.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to Making It Personal with Bishop Joensen, live from the Iowa State Fair. Our guest today is Makenna Perkins of St. Brendan Parish in Leon. Makenna is a competitive horse barrel racer and is competing this weekend. She's going to be a freshman at Central Decatur High School this fall. We also have with us her mother, Raven.
I've been looking forward to this. A few weeks ago, I was fortunate to celebrate Mass with the good people in St. Brendan's, and also St. Francis of Assisi in Corydon, and of course Father Samuel Danso, the pastor, always so gracious and in many ways. And I got to meet you at that as we sat next to each other at breakfast there. Yeah. And so thanks for coming on, because you have a very full weekend, and so you're kind of making time for us, and and your mom as well. And your siblings are sitting here watching us also. Are they usually so well behaved and everything? Do they usually
in public?
In public, there's other sides there too, right? And your job as the oldest, then you kind of have to bring things in line. So you ride herd over them once in a while, of course.
Yeah, for sure.
Your mom relies on you that way. Can you just tell us a little bit about how this whole life experience of riding horses and your passion for racing came about?
Well, I've always kind of been around it since I was young. And my older cousin did it, and I kind of just followed her. She's kind of like my older sibling, and I kind of just fell into it, I guess.
Somebody plopped you on a horse, and there you go. Huh?
Yep.
How old were you when you first got on a horse?
I think I was about 5 when I first started riding.
Okay, not scared at all, huh?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. Did you feel a certain kind of natural rapport or relationship with horses?
Yeah, it's always just been something I do. I mean, it's never really been like, ooh, this is so new. I don't know. It's just always been
very natural.
Yeah.
To you. Yeah. Do you feel horses have a special relationship with humans, or that they're kind of, we sometimes think about dogs. Cats, I won't talk about cats, but horses in that way.
Yeah, I think I kind of see they each have a different personality, because I've been around them so much, and they just all act differently. And I think they do prefer some people over others, like you can just see that when you're out riding them. And
so like the horse that threw me off when I was 12 years old, that didn't like me, right? It's still stuck in my head. I don't know what I said or what I did, but but they can feel if you're uncomfortable too, right?
They for sure.
Okay.
They can feel if you're nervous, if you're anxious, before a run. If you get nervous, they get nervous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever get nervous?
Yeah.
Do you? What would cause you to get nervous?
I think it's just like playing a sports game. It's the same concept. Once you start doing it, you're not nervous anymore. But before, definitely anxious.
Indeed. Yeah, I can relate.
Yeah.
And I always said too. Hey, before you preach, a little nervousness is good, because then you're not depending totally on yourself.
Yeah.
You're kind of giving it over.
Yeah.
And God and the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, for sure.
Is it part of a faith experience to ride horses for you, or?
Yeah, I think definitely, because there are times when it's very frustrating, because most of the time it doesn't go your way. Like, you have injuries, or your runs aren't consistent, or you have bad times. You're not connecting with your horse. Yeah, it's definitely you need to rely on God sometimes.
Do you? So
yeah.
You're talking to God. God, you got to do something here.
Yeah.
Or thank you, God.
Yeah.
That went really well. Yeah. So wow. Well, you're a young woman of faith. You're going to be a freshman this year. Mm-hmm. Are you nervous about that? Starting high school, or is this
a little, but not
Central
really.
Decatur, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Not so much.
Not so much.
Because you're still among your friends.
Yeah. Our school's not very big, so I know everybody.
Are some of them wilder than horses? Some of your classmates?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so.
Does that kind of define your friend group, the people who are kind of into the rodeo and things like that too?
There's a lot of people within the school that do it, just like me. But most of my friends, a lot of them show animals. Some of my friends are here at the state fair, actually. But most of them don't rodeo.
Okay. So some are here today.
Yeah,
You're going to get to connect with them in any way?
Yeah, probably.
Excellent. Good. Showing sheep or?
I think they're just here camping. I don't think they're showing anything.
Okay. All right. Well, marvelous. So, yeah. So, I don't want to stereotype, but, like, would many of the young people be wearing cowboy boots in school or not?
A few do, yeah. Okay. I usually don't just because they're not that comfortable, but...
Well, that's what I always wondered, too. So.
Yeah.
Well, very good. So... Leon is famous for its rodeo, right?
Yeah.
Can you just talk a little bit about that and when you got swept up in that and started competing in that?
So I've always went every year. It's around the 4th of July, and it's been voted Rodeo of the Year 36 times. They have all these entertainments, and a lot of people come from everywhere, all different states and towns across Iowa. And I think I first competed when I was 11, I think, and it didn't go very well, but we did it, and it's a whole new experience doing it. And yeah.
And Raven, your mom, is sitting with us. Thank you for being with us today. So it was good to meet you also. If it makes sense for you to come out. Were you holding your breath the entire time when she competed?
Every time she rides, you're holding your breath the whole time.
You get the rosary beads going or something.
Yeah. Yep.
Really?
Yeah, you're always at the edge of your seat and praying it goes well. Yep.
Okay. More just for that she would compete and her great abilities and all that she's about. Yeah.
And stays on her horse and doesn't get injured.
Yeah.
That's always a top priority.
Does that usually happen once a rodeo, once a competition, that somebody falls?
Yeah.
Here and there. I mean, it's not every time, but it does happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously they don't need a clown or anything like that, but you have to have the people ready to attend to somebody. Yeah, too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been seriously injured?
I haven't been seriously injured, no.
Praise God. Let's keep it that way. Let's keep your streak going. That's great. Great. So can you kind of talk about the run up to a competition? What's the preparation with the horse, and do you have certain horses you like for certain kinds of competition, or do you try and give each one their shot, or how does that go? Because you have multiple horses, right? Yeah.
So
what are some of their names?
Some of their names are Roxy, Shorty. We got a new horse named Ricky and Luna.
Sounds kind of like a bowling team. I don't know.
Yeah. They're all great. Some of them do better than others. They work better, or they're more consistent, or their runs have been better. They kind of go back and forth, all of them. And you kind of just have to get with them and adapt to how they ride, and they have to adapt to how you ride them. Kind of get to know each other. But usually the week up, I just fine-tune our runs or do some light exercise. I don't want them sore for the weekend or, to get hurt accidentally riding. Mm-hmm. But yeah, just making sure they're ready to go.
So you're a real caretaker of them, they're kind of looking after them.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you ever made like a last-minute switch because you just felt one horse wasn't in a good place?
Yeah. Sometimes if one of them pulls a shoe or something, you have to switch to a different horse because they're not ready to do it. Yeah.
Pull a shoe. Okay. Things I wouldn't think about, right? Yeah. So, I mean, is there like an emergency blacksmith or someone who can do that?
Sometimes they have, you might pull a shoe at a rodeo, and sometimes there are farriers there that that can that can put the shoe back on for you, or sometimes you just have to rough it and go without it,
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, you don't do that then. You can't put one on.
No.
Okay, all right.
No.
I'd be afraid of getting kicked by the horse. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'd be more afraid of not placing it right, Yeah.
And damaging the horse or something. Yeah. So, that's out of my league, definitely. So, and then, I know you're going to have a competition this weekend. You're going to kind of travel with your grandparents and family, some of your siblings and everything too. So, lots of road trips then?
Yeah, definitely. All over.
Okay. What's the farthest place you've been to?
I think Nebraska.
Okay.
That's the farthest we've traveled.
All right.
Yeah.
To see our Spirit Catholic Radio listeners out in Nebraska, right? Are Nebraskans as nice as Iowans or not? That's a loaded
I'm not sure.
That's a loaded question.
Yeah.
I'm going to get in trouble here. So, very good. So, does your mom go with Raven? Do you go with her, or you have to kind of entrust her to others?
We occasionally, actually often, entrust her to my in-laws. They're actually the ones that have all these horses that she gets to ride. So she's been blessed that they've been able to help her with that, because if it weren't for them, she probably wouldn't be able to do this. Mm-hmm. They have, several of the horses and help upkeep them and help get her to a lot of the rodeos. So usually they get her there and we meet her there and cheer her on.
Okay,
so,
yeah. You're there for the big intense moments.
Yeah.
Yep. So good. So is there a kind of rodeo culture or extended family, like when you go to all these rodeos, you kind of know most of the people there, or or do you ever get like, who's that girl? Who's she? What's she got? What's she gonna bring to this? Yeah.
So you get to know a lot of people, and you kind of just travel together as like a group to these rodeos. You kind of meet. You go to the rodeos, it's kind of like a circuit. Sometimes there's a new person from like out of the state or that are getting into it, and then you get to know them, and then it's a lot of networking.
Okay, so, networking, yeah. So all the other girls don't gang up on her then, or say,
no,
we're going to show her.
No, I think it's very welcoming.
It's not like a beauty pageant culture, right?
No.
Which I hear gets pretty snarky then.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah. But are you pretty competitive? Are you you like to win?
Yeah.
Yeah, like even when you're playing games with your siblings,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're going to show them who's number one. Okay,
for sure.
We play the games to win, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was in a beanbag tournament yesterday, cornhole tournament yesterday. So, yeah. So tell us, just walk us through, like for people like me who may be listening, the barrels now, the intricate patterns, and is there any variation possible, or are you very prescribed what you have to do?
So there's 3 barrels, and you run on your horse as fast as you can in a cloverleaf pattern, and you can start from either the right or the left, but you just have to make sure you do it within that cloverleaf pattern.
Okay. So right-handed or left-handed, doesn't matter or not?
You can go to the right or the left.
Do you ever switch it up for fun?
No, mostly because the horses, they're kind of right. They're right-handed and left-handed kind of, like they work that way, so they might prefer to go one way or the other. So
I never thought about that, horses being right or dominant or left dominant.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have to kind of learn that.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So you get what, like 3 runs at it, or how many chances do you get?
One. It's one chance, like one per rodeo.
Whoa! So. It's all rides on that one. Oh my goodness! So that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you feel like any of the skills that you're developing, now as a young woman coming into her own, carry over to other parts of life in any way, or do you see, and you're also active as your family? I know very much with St. Brendan's and things. Can you talk about the interface of those? So first, just for yourself, things where you feel like some of your gifts are being honed or perfected in some way, and how that kind of integrates with your faith life.
So you definitely have to, there's a lot of life lessons within it, I think, and there's a lot of times when you have to put your trust in God, because, you don't know how things are going to work out, or, it's very dangerous also, so, put your trust in that He's going to protect you through the whole ride, and every time you get on Him, on the horses and stuff, I think that's carried over a lot to how I, my faith, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
I think she's also learned a great deal about having to deal with disappointment if you have a ride that didn't go so well, or you knocked over a barrel. Get back up, and that doesn't define your life. You get back up and try again. Mm-hmm. So I think that's been a good life lesson.
Are there ever some tears once in a while?
Oh yeah,
once in a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you show her tough love, or are you just kind of let her be?
Yeah, I I let her get through it. I'm like, you'll get it next time.
Okay.
So, and she usually does.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So that. I mean, it sounds like you kind of like living on the edge a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So would there be something, a next phase that you would aspire to, or is there some other kinds of competition that this kind of evolves, or you're kind of in your sweet spot right now?
Right now I kind of like where I'm at. It's competition my level, I think. So it's other high school students, I guess, but possibly college rodeoing, I think, is probably the next step. So,
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Do they give scholarships for this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like what kind of schools would one go to?
Iowa Central, it has a rodeo program that I know for sure of.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of other ones around. You just have to find them.
Iowa Central and Iowa Falls, or
yeah,
okay.
I think so.
Okay.
I think that's where it's at.
Okay. Well, good. So, Father Kevin Earlywine up there can look after you. He's pretty cool. He's a young priest up there right now. So,
cool.
Yeah, that'd be neat. Yeah. So, no. So, do you have to lift weights or train for this, or do kind of core strength training or anything like that?
Well, I do it anyway for other sports, but I think it kind of lays into that, I guess. But mostly it's working the horses, I think, more than I do,
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have to groom them and everything else that goes with that. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, we're going to just pause here for a moment, but I hope you'll stay with us, and Raven, you as well, your mom. I'd like to hear a little bit more, but we're listening to Making It Personal with Bishop Joensen on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Spirit Catholic Radio Network. Support for Iowa Catholic Radio and Making It Personal is provided by the Sarah Vocations Ministry, including the St. Sarah Club of Des Moines and the Sarah Club of Council Bluffs. Sarah is an apostolate of the Worldwide Catholic Church dedicated to fostering and supporting priesthood and religious vocations. Sarahans strive to accomplish their mission through prayer, fellowship, and service to the bishop, priests, sisters, and all in religious formation, and in doing so to increase their own holiness. Learn more at joinsarah.org, joinserra.org. Thank you, Sarahans, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio and the Uncommon Good provided by Mercy College of Health Sciences, where you can chart your course for more.
This is Bo Bonner.
And I'm Dr. Bud Marr from the Uncommon Good.
Mercy College provides unparalleled clinical rotations, hands-on learning, accelerated education, and flexible schedules. Since 1899, Mercy College has been transforming students into healthcare professionals. Guided by Catholic values, our faculty put classroom theory into practice. Students are prepared for roles in service and leadership throughout their own careers.
Learn more at mchs.edu.
Welcome back. You're listening to Making It Personal with Bishop Joensen, live from the Iowa State Fair. Our guest today is Makenna Perkins of St. Brendan Parish in Leon, and her mother Riebe to talk about competitive barrel racing.
Well, Makenna, you're a very poised young woman, a lot of grace there.
Thank you.
So grooming horses, is that kind of the nasty stuff, or is that, I was just in the sheep bar not long ago, because, Pope Francis says that the church's pastors should smell like the sheep. So I pity those who have to sit next to me the rest of the day here as well. That just comes with the life.
Yeah,
right?
that kind of just comes with it. I mean, some people who probably aren't around it probably don't think it's very clean.
Grossed out.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just normal.
A pleasing aroma, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you never tussle with your siblings in any of that.
No,
or get into wrestling matches or anything like that. Yeah. So, are you coaching your siblings in this, or are you training them to ride, or does that come from?
They
your
ride once in a
grandparents?
while, but they aren't really interested in it. I don't think. They haven't showed any.
Okay.
Yes. But
everyone's got his or her own passion,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So good. You mentioned other sports you might be involved with.
Mm-hmm.
So what? So you're a dynamic woman. What else is going on?
I run cross country and track, and I also play basketball. And then
Like a point guard, or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just struck me as a kind of a point guard person. I don't know, kind of scrappy and
Yeah.
So wow, but distance running too.
Yeah.
All right. Tremendous. So any camps, does the rodeo interfere with like summer basketball camps or things like that?
Yeah, it has a little bit, but you kind of just have to prioritize what you do, I guess.
I think that's for any young person, right?
Yeah.
Because you start to get into high school, and some of the discernment, the world tells us you can do it all, but we really can't.
Yeah.
We have to make choices.
Yeah.
And, the choices aren't between good and bad stuff. I mean, we may, once in a while make bad choices, but between good things, right? And so your own passion for this and how this has kind of come forward. Now, I understand you're going to be entering the confirmation process at St. Brendan's this year. So what are your thoughts about that? What, is this, in terms of your faith life?
I think I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. I think I'll like it.
Okay. Do your peers kind of see you as a leader, or do they look to you to kind of, talk about faith?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She's also involved in our youth group. She's involved in FCA, which you can explain what that is. What's FCA?
That's kind of it stands for Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and it's kind of a believers group within our school, I guess. And sometimes we host worship gatherings, and my cousin is leader of it, actually. So
okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of ecumenical. We have Christian brothers and sisters from different denominations too, but Catholics can participate, and they respect that. They don't want to try and convert you to another faith. That I'm a bishop. That's my job. I've got to be concerned to keep the flock together here. So no, I think that's one of the great things about the Upper Midwest is that we can do that. So and we can pray a little different ways, and maybe a little more accent with Scripture. Do they ever get their praise on, or they sing a lot? Yeah. Are you a good vocalist, too? Do you ever sing? I noticed there was a beautiful group of young women singing in St. Brendan's when I was there for Mass.
Yeah, I'm part of that youth choir, but I think the other girls have better vocals than me.
That's what we were just talking about, the discernment. God, you've chosen me for other things. So you try not to sing too loudly, right? You have your place, and back up as well. So, I'm just trying to look here. So, so the confirmation, the FCA, the youth group, and youth group, what kind of activity? Was COVID kind of hard? Did it shut that down a little bit, or?
Kind of, a little bit.
Yeah, we were still able to meet pretty regularly with some, precautions in place. I'm actually one of the youth group leaders, so I've been lucky to be able to help with that. But we've had a good time. And
Well, the parish is so blessed, and you're just a sign of hope, I think, when we see young people kind of growing to maturity in Christ and stepping up. And so maybe someday I get to see you in a competition as well. But probably the next time will be maybe when I get to confirm you, which will be a great grace. So thank you to Makenna Perkins, her mom Raven, for being with us today on Making It Personal with Bishop Joensen, another edition on Iowa Catholic Radio and the Spirit Catholic Radio Network.
You can hear Making It Personal with Bishop William Joensen every week on Iowa Catholic Radio and iowacatholicradio.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio and Making It Personal is provided by Sarah Vocations Ministry. Learn more at joinserra.org.